Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Japan's southwest Kyushu region has had more than 100 aftershocks since it was struck yesterday by a magnitude 6.8 earthquake, which left at least 13 people dead. With the scale of the disaster, it's feared that number will soon rise rapidly. Amid searing heat, rescue crews are digging through the rubble at a paper factory and a shopping mall in Kumamoto Prefecture looking for trapped survivors. Here, dashcam footage of the moment the earthquake struck. Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi has warned it is a race against time to rescue those trapped. The Japanese Meteorological Agency is urging residents to be alert for more strong earthquakes. The US has responded to a surprise attack by Iran on its forces in the Middle East hours after Donald Trump hosted Benjamin Netanyahu in Washington. US Central Command wrote at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time today, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps forces launched multiple ballistic missiles from Iran in an attempted surprise attack on US forces based in the Middle East. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he had a good meeting with Donald Trump at the White House on Tuesday as the pair discussed licensing Ukraine to produce its own Patriot interceptor missiles and ways to revive stalled peace talks with Russia. Meanwhile, on social media, Zelensky published this footage, calling it more long-range sanctions on Russia. Meanwhile, Russia has charged Telegram's founder, Pavel Durov, with facilitating terrorism over allegations the messaging app had been used for recruitment by Ukrainian secret services. An international arrest warrant has been issued for the Russian-born Durov, who lives abroad. Shortly after the charge was announced, Telegram's account on X posted an image showing Durov holding up his middle finger. Telegram is popular in Russia and is used by tens of millions of people, although authorities have been restricting access as part of a wider crackdown on internet freedom. The app is also popular in Ukraine. Jay Clayton has been confirmed as the next US Director of National Intelligence after President Donald Trump's original choice was rejected by lawmakers. The US Senate voted 51 to 47 to install Clayton. He had been serving as a US attorney for the Southern District of New York, overseeing several prominent cases, including the drug trafficking case against the former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro.
Good morning, everyone.
The UK's new Prime Minister, Andy Burnham, has given a speech on adult social care in England, pledging to lift up workers through pay and training. Talking about the care given to his father, who has Alzheimer's, the Prime Minister said carers should be the best paid people in society, not the worst. On funding reforms, he said more could be done with existing resources and difficult decisions would have to be taken.
I've just been really, overwhelmed by their care, the skill in what they do, the professionalism. It really is incredible, and it's humbling to watch them caring for someone else's dad or someone else's mum. If you think about that, bringing all of that to the care of someone else's relative, it's just an incredible thing, isn't it? That, for me, they should be the best paid people in society, not the worst.
The Trump administration has announced a ban on new foreign-made humanoid robot imports to the US over unacceptable risks to America's national security. The move applies to advanced robots, including humanoid and four-legged machines, many of them which are made in China, which is competing with the US to develop robotics and artificial intelligence. The Federal Communications Commission also banned imports of power inverters, devices used in data centers and solar panels, which it said could also pose a risk to the US economy. The Chinese embassy in Washington said Beijing had long opposed the US politicizing of trade issues and sanctions based on groundless pretexts. And President Trump has announced online that he is bringing this heroic young lifeguard to the White House to reward him with the nation's highest civilian honor. The 16-year-old Ryder risked his own life to save a 10-year-old boy who was swept into massive waves at Seabright Beach in Santa Cruz in California, refusing to let go despite being repeatedly pulled beneath the surf. Witnesses say the dramatic rescue lasted several minutes, with another lifeguard eventually helping bring the child back to safety. And that's the international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.